Wendy Henley with the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce Chamber Morning Vibes coming at you with Woody Watts at Watts Creative Studio. How are you, Woody?
I'm in the building.
You are here.
I'm here.
You're alive and well. In case people were wondering and they hadn't heard from you in over, I don't know, a week, 2, maybe a month. I don't know.
3, 4, 6.
You're not off the grid. You're on the grid.
Oh, yeah.
You're here.
I'm all over the grid.
You're all over the grid, yes. This is a true statement. It's not where's Waldo, it's where's Woody. So, because you're everywhere all the time. I don't know how you can do it all.
I have to get my oil changed every other week, it feels like.
Oh my gosh. Tires rotated, oil changed, pumped up, pumped the volume. Yes. It's a lot, right?
No, it's good though.
But it's good. It's good to be busy. We were talking about that and how this is the changing of the seasons,
yes.
And I'm enjoying the warmer days in between the colder days because, we go back and forth.
You mean the glimpse of...
It's like fake spring.
Yeah.
Right. We're still in fake spring. And I'm so ready, though, for real spring and for the flowers to be blooming and the birds to be chirping. I don't know. That's probably a poem or a song. But anyway, yes, I do love spring weather. I am allergic to everything that blows in the air, but that does not matter because the weather is beautiful.
That's right.
And I'll take the warm all day long. So... what's going on with you, Woody?
A ton of good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah?
So,
What is your next event? What do you have going on? I don't want to be remiss and forget about you today. We just want to focus on Woody for a few minutes.
This weekend I am live streaming. I don't do many weddings. So when I do, it's because they have a good story or they're really good friends.
Yes.
So I'm live streaming a wedding on Saturday and then immediately following the wedding, heading to the academy and recording a in-station play in the Warehouse Theater. So we've got back-to-back events on Saturday.
Oh.
But the wedding is really sweet. The bride and groom reached out, and they've got a couple of members of their family that are battling cancer and can't come. So we are live streaming to them so that they can be there for their special day.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
It's real sweet. Real sweet.
And it's great that we can do that now. The technology's there and the people can feel like, because I've been to weddings virtually and, you really do feel like you're there. I mean, it's not the exact same, obviously, but it's so wonderful to feel like you're a part and get to experience the whole thing with them and to share in that moment.
Yes.
It's so important. So good for you. Well, you really are. You've got a busy weekend ahead.
Busy weekend. And what's tomorrow? Thursday? Friday? And we're recording. Oh, this is top secret, so we're not supposed to release it.
So I guess you can't talk about that one.
We will say, we'll say just on this podcast. Don't tell anybody. Not listening.
No, it's totally on the down low.
I'm sure they will release it soon. They'll put it out on their social media. But the D-Day Memorials podcast starts recording this upcoming April, this Friday. So that's going to be a good podcast to add to the lineup of local content being created right here in Bedford. So
yes,
wonderful. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited that such an organization is doing that. One here with but that Bedford, honestly, there's no other community around that has so many organizations.
Yeah.
Doing podcasts and getting content out there that I know of. So I'm super proud of this.
Well,
community.
And you are the one that's making it all happen, Woody.
I can't take
truly.
credit.
I mean, you really are.
I am just a facilitator.
Well,
that's all I do.
And
Happy
the businesses, the nonprofits, we are all so grateful. And it really is nice to be able to have your story told and have it out there for the masses, for people to say, hey, I want to know more about Bedford. I want to know more about what's going on in these communities and how can we help? How can we best take part and either volunteer or, just support these different organizations because they all are very, very valid and needed. And of course, the police, I mean, that's an awesome show. Cop.
Oh, yeah. Cop Talk. Yeah.
Cop Talk.
And there's so much clutter in what we consume on a daily basis.
Right.
So
to be the positive, and we're the positive vibes,
we're
right?
The positive, and then you know your message can get lost, if someone slaps somebody on the Oscars, your message gets lost fairly quickly. So you need your own platform. If you
want to get noticed, I got ready to slap you this morning, and I didn't. I thought about it, and I thought, not enough audience. I'm going to wait on that.
We'll just add the sound effect in the podcast.
Yes, let's do it. Truly, no. I mean, that was a moment. But sometimes people need. I don't know. It's hard to talk about that one because everybody's got a different opinion.
Yeah,
everybody has. Obviously, nobody wants to be slapped.
I don't want to get on my soapbox on that one.
And so, nobody wants to be slapped. But I'm just gonna say, don't talk about somebody's wife, and especially if they have a medical issue.
There's a whole
line there.
There's a whole other podcast on the thoughts of awards, Hollywood.
But you know what? I just want to say I really liked some of the dresses.
That's a whole other podcast on my opinion about that.
Kim Kardashian, okay, she rocked it. I'm sorry.
That whole world is just
they didn't, show enough of her dress. I loved it. But actually, I didn't see it. I had to see the replay. But you know what? It was good. And I'm happy for everybody that got awards. So anyway, we have a lot of good talent for sure. And speaking of that, we are going to honor our police on an award show here with you. So that's going to be coming up.
Exciting.
It's coming up.
Bedford's finest.
Bedford's finest, and we are blessed to have them for sure, knowing that we are protected every single day.
Yes.
And we've got the finest. So this will look for that in the next few weeks because we were ordering the awards, so they had to come in. So we're still waiting on that to actually unveil. But that will be Community Police Officer, Traffic Police Officer, and Police Officer of the Year. And we actually had a tie. I'm not going to say in which category. So there'll be 4 awards given out, but that's going to be so much fun to do. And we'll also have something done at the town council meeting as well, so people will hear about it both ways. So coming up, we've got some things going on. I'm telling you,
a lot of stuff. It is the season to be busy.
Well, we ramp up, in the spring, and, it kind of makes sense because the winter is just kind of winter blues. So January, February, we plan for the year and make sure that we're getting everything done for our businesses that need events and connection points and webinars and seminars and you name it. And so we've been doing those, and now we're switching gears. April the 7th, we'll have our first big event, which will be our health, wellness, and safety expo at the YMCA in Bedford from 10 to 2. And if you want to find out more about what is offered in health and healthcare in our community, you want to come out. It is free to attend. There is no charge, and you're going to learn about different things that you didn't know. You can also get health checks while you're there. We're going to have a bone density check. We're going to have, different types of health checks going on, blood pressure, you name it. So you want to come out and just meet and greet the community and make sure you are making those connections for your health's sake. Because I think a lot of us during the lockdown and pandemic, we were not taking our health into account. And I think now people have really realized, okay, it is now time to turn that page and to have a better new you. And let's focus on our health. Let's get ourselves back to where we need to be. And myself included, it was a real self-check to say, you know what, it's time to move forward and, just focus on health for a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, and do all the things that you need to do. So April 28th, we will have outdoors chamber night with the Hillcats. And that'll be our live at 5 at the Hillcat Stadium. And that's going to be April 28th from 6:30 to 8:30, where our members will actually get a reduced rate to attend this game. And you can network right there during the game. And that will be, again, 6:30 is the first pitch, and you will come out and just enjoy the fun. I'm not sure if there's fireworks. I would have to look back on the schedule for Hillcats, but it'll be a lot of fun. And again, you'll get a discount for being a chamber member. So you just need to let them know at the gates that you're a Bedford Area Chamber member, and you will get that discount. And then, of course, May 3rd from 8 to 10 a.m., we will be at CVCC in Bedford for our legislative wrap-up breakfast. And that will be with all of our local legislators. And we have Senator Steve Newman, Delegate Wendell Walker, Delegate Terry Austin, and Delegate Kathy Byron that will be in attendance. And to answer your questions, we will have questions answer time at the end, but they will actually be summarizing, and each one of them will be speaking on the topics that they were involved in, the committees that they were involved in, and what transpired, and how these different laws will be affecting your business, and what you need to be aware of so that you can actually take part and learn more, and how can you get involved and make a difference. So that is May the 3rd. Write it on your calendar. You can register for this on our website at bedfordareachamber.com. There is a cost. There will be some light refreshments there. And of course, the meeting itself. So May the 3rd. And then the 10th is our Align Before 9 at the Bedford Farmers Market. So we want you to come out and just enjoy, meet and greet the community, and find out what's offered right here. You know, the farmers are having a hard time just like small business, and so they need your support. So mark your calendars, May 10th from 8 to 9. That's our Align Before 9. So your networking time, but also you can support the farmers market. And then we have June 14th, another Align Before 9, Bedford Baptist Church right here in Bedford. And then June 23rd is our job fair. And that is something that is well needed. And we're hoping to catch the graduates and people in transition. You know, we are looking at the Great American Resignation time right now. And so people are not only needing jobs just because, you know, they need one, they maybe got let go, or, you know, maybe they're just transitioning and they're looking to start a new career. And this is the place. You can actually have an interview on the spot. So you want to dress for success, dress to be hired that day, bring your resume out, and, you know, put your best foot forward and be ready to talk to these businesses and the business owners or the HR directors and tell them, hey, you know, why are you best for this job? What do you have that qualifies you and makes you stand out? And so we'll have those businesses posted prior to the event, so you'll know which businesses are hiring. And there's so many right now. You can pretty much say just about every company is hiring in some way, shape, or form. And also, we're going to be promoting internships. So internships is very important. That, you know, a lot of companies, they want to train you. So a lot of times they would rather you not have been in the industry, and they just want to train you. Because a lot of times you've learned a different way and then you've got to be retrained or whatever. It depends on what career. But we've got a lot of jobs available. Manufacturing is huge for this area. So, but the Great Resignation is affecting everyone. And, you know, we're talking in 2001, 41% of workers considered quitting their jobs or changing professions. That's huge, Woody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's huge. So, you know, we want to create a supportive environment where employees want to stay where they are, you know, create that retention plan. We want to help businesses to learn how to do that and how to, you know, keep your employees that you have, especially your good ones. I mean, you know, they're hard to come by and you don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
To the Great Resignation and people changing. And so, you know, build that culture within your company that allows for, you know, raises and, you know, how can you reward the employees that are making a difference and really standing out and have those leadership skills that you don't want to lose for your company. So we will be having some webinars coming up on that. We also have a master class that is going to be coming up that if your business, you want to, maybe you're a CEO, you're an owner of a business, you have your own, like I say, own business, and you want to stand out and really bring your own leadership skills up. We're going to be doing a book, and that will be coming up in May. So I'll tell you about that more next time. But just know that the masterclass is coming up. It's 6 weeks, and we will be meeting. It's in person meeting, and it's going to be small. We don't want to take more than, say, 10 people for this first class. So it's going to be first come, first serve. And if you want more information, you can reach out to us before I make the full announcement on all the details. And that will be at bedfordareachamber.com. You can give us a call, 540-586-9700. 9401, or our email, which is bacc@baccva.org. And that stands for Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce. Pretty easy to remember.
Easy.
And so send us an email and say, hey, I want to know more about the masterclass. How can I sign up and what does that entail? And we'll tell you more about that. We're always trying to make sure that we have enough tools and that you can pull from to really help your business to be successful and to keep up with, the trends right now, because, a lot of the trends they're changing every day.
Well, trends are like trains.
Yeah, and here's the train. That's right.
You don't want a trend to pass you by, just like a train does.
There you go. Good one.
You're welcome,
Good
everybody.
one, Woody. Way to go. Hats off to you there. So yeah, I mean, you want to stay, up to speed with what are the trends. And I see a lot is happening right now, and especially virtual and, what we were talking about, digital, which you're up to speed on. So there's a lot with that. And, we don't want to be replaced by robots, let's just say, right? Because
not for at least another 15 years. I mean.
Well, because people still like the customer service and, we don't want to lose that. But I will tell you with the trends, business owners must be aligned with current trends. And if we're not, we're not changing and we're not adapting, then we die, right?
Yeah.
So we want to continue to change and adapt and overcome. And so there's a lot out there that's coming, but the big word out there is AI, right? So artificial intelligence, and it's huge. And so we see that's coming, but we don't want to lose our people, and we don't want to lose that customer service, because a lot of things are automatic. I mean, automatic vehicles, we're going there. And then you're talking computers, they're talking to you. And
your watch does, your phone
they're watching
does,
us.
Your car does,
I mean, everything.
And if anything, I know it's really super convenient. It really is. However, like if you really think about it, if something were to happen, just like during the early parts of the pandemic when you run out of toilet paper, something as simple as toilet paper, or if the internet were to go down, like what would you do? so really, like don't think that this stuff is fail-proof. It's good to know, and it's good for your business and like social media and everything, but the actual core part of your business will always have to be like connecting with people. So
yes, it really will. And but everything is going that way. And even when you see, okay, so if you don't have e-commerce, you need to.
Yes.
And that can be on your website, but the chat boxes, and they've got the little box there that pops up, and what happened to people, call the number. It's not a number anymore, it's a chat box.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're like me, but I don't prefer it, and I usually don't use those. But
I like to talk to somebody about an issue I have.
I just prefer that.
I still like to do that. So
yeah, and so people are, still looking for that. We're not the only ones, Woody. So, still keep that in mind when your business is totally switching over to AI. You don't want to totally do that. And, it's not going to save you money, and certainly not going to gain you more, I don't think, business in some ways. Anyway, you're going to lose some things with that. But you do want to stay up with current trends, and we do want to encourage that. And so, join some webinars, keep up with the pace with what is happening, because again, if you don't change, you're not gonna survive. So, you want to continually improve and create that sustainability and resilience. So, adapt and survive. That's what I say. So the trends, do keep up with those, and, get connected with your chamber, because we can help you make sure that, you are making those connections that you need and helping your business to grow and continue to offer what your clients are asking for, because you want to stay above the norm and above your competition too. So we want to help you get there. So make sure to reach out to us, and we'll let you know how to get connected. But we're not only events, but there's so much more.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you have, if you're hiring right now, and you would like us to help you advertise that, we can certainly do that on our social media page. We try to highlight one business a week that's hiring, and then we also offer that on our website too. So people actually go to our website and look for what jobs are available. So reach out to us for that, because that way, you're getting more eyes on what you have there, and we can talk about what you offer as a business to our community and how important your business is. I just sat down last week with Chase, and he is with Centos, and Chase Paterno, and we had a great conversation. We were talking about anything and everything from how do you, maneuver the gas prices with, for your business. And, is it now time to, offset that and increase your costs with your businesses or, with the people that are supporting you. And he said, no, I'm not going to say that we will not do this, because we don't know how long the gas prices are going to last. But he said, right now we're doing it. But there's so many businesses out there that have to think about that bottom line, and, they'll go under if they don't.
Yeah. Cause some of the businesses around here, and I know Brandon was interviewed by Fox News about with Brown's Heating and Air. And he's got, a fleet of vans, and, that's something to consider. Like each one, like the amount of fuel cost and trying to make it so that your customers don't feel that burden, so it's important. It's important.
It really is, and just making those, and I've just wrote an article, it'll come out in the paper in the next week or two, but, talking about how you can offset versus, going up in your prices. What are some ways that you can offset your costs and make sure that you're not going in the deficit, and that, your business is still okay, because nobody budgeted for that. Let's face it. Nobody knew going into January that was going to be the case. And how can you, make sure that, you're overcoming that, and your company is still profiting. So birthdays, I think it's important to mention today.
Yes.
We have Celine Dion, who is one of my favorite, all-time favorite music artists. I mean, she's just like none other. I love her. Celine Dion. Shout out to you. Happy birthday. And then Eric Clapton.
Oh, another one. Okay.
Another one. It's in a lot of music coming up too. Nora Jones, who I love. A lot of
good birthdays today.
I love her. She's fabulous. So I think it's the, great music artists' birthdays today. I don't know. So
they're good ones.
Aren't they so good?
Yeah, I actually know them.
Right? It's so much fun, and they're so good. It's so good to celebrate. So happy birthday to all of them. And then national holidays, we like to really focus on those. We had some fun ones today.
There's some fun ones. Today is there's National Little Red Wagon Day.
Yay!
Today is Manatee Appreciation Day. So
manatee, that's your spirit animal.
So so appreciate the manatees. They're adorable. Yes. Today is National Pencil Day.
Pencil Day. I never use a pencil. Today is the day to bring it out.
Nothing but ink pens. So I commit when I write something.
It's time to bring out the charcoal and do a charcoal painting with your pencil.
Today is
charcoal pencils.
National I Am in Control Day.
Oh
man,
that's a fake.
That's a new one. That's
fake day.
Man, I don't know about
Nobody's
that.
in control.
National Take a Walk in the Park Day. It's 41 degrees right now. So later,
I think you know what? It's supposed to get up to 60.
Well, there you go. Take a walk in the park.
And
when
today,
it's 60.
Better day than tomorrow, because it will more likely rain.
And the last day, which I don't know how I feel about this one, National Virtual Vacation Day.
Yay! So virtually in our minds, we can be on vacation, and it's totally acceptable today.
Okay.
So I think we tell everybody.
I'll just look at pictures of the beach
We are
all
on
day.
a virtual vacation.
Yeah.
You might need to put your Oculus on to really experience that.
Speaking of AI.
Speaking of AI, Oculus, I've got one. I know you do.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I'm
way.
surprisingly,
Are you
when I get home, I am surprisingly
so tired.
Low tech, that's why on my TV in my office, the Addams Family is playing, the old school Addams Family.
Yeah, I came in and you had Addams Family, and I was like, wow.
I don't watch any new television, so I'm surprisingly outdated.
And then I look over and it's Chucky. I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah,
this is a lot. People need to come in here and experience your atmosphere.
I'm old school.
Yes. No, it's fun and it's unique. No one, I came in and I said, Woody, nobody has this.
Oh boy.
And so that's a good thing. You are one and only.
I made one.
And it's so fun to come in here and see all this stuff all around. But no, it's a great environment, very cozy in here, but your office is funny. But yeah, I mean, we just, AI, right? Yeah. I don't know, Oculus. So I'm going to be on my virtual vacation. I'm actually, after work, I believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to go home and I'm going to put the Oculus on and I can go tropical because that's on there.
There you go.
And it's like everything just comes alive.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can just really feel that bliss. I don't know. Chamber vibes. Oh, it's good vibes. It's good vibes. Good vibes. And that's what we want to have. So... listen, we'll look forward to seeing you at our next event, April the 7th. Until then, come back and listen to our next podcast. We'll be interviewing with Liz from Rapid Printing.